Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Steve McCrawley coming with another VGC 2016 Wi-Fi battle. This one again against the Big Six team, one of the most common teams that I've seen. And despite that, I've seen some interesting selections on my opponent's parts, because as you can see, he didn't bring Xerneas. And on the last Big Six matchup I had, my opponent didn't bring Xerneas either. I've really seen that people are more willing to go for the Smeargle over the Xerneas to get that Dark Void, and the Mega King has gone over the Mega Salamence. So I kind of I kind of do feel like this team has been less common now. A lot of people are starting to see it's got quite a few weaknesses, because as you can see right here, he's got 2 normals and 2 fires. So easily, if I have a strong fighting type, I can take down those Pokemon, or a strong water type, a strong ground type, strong rock type, do some serious damage against this team. So I don't know if I've told you guys or not, but when I built my team, I really had the Big Six in mind. That's why I have some things like the Dialga for the Flash Cannon against the Xerneas, and the Earth Power for the Groudon, and the Venusaur to get that Chlorophyll boost if necessary, not Mega Evolve, and Mega Evolve in case of something like a Xerneas, or even an opposing Kyogre to take, or even an opposing Groudon to take less damage from the Thick Fat. So these are the Pokemon I brought. Those are the Pokemon my opponent brought. He didn't bring any of them, or he didn't bring the Xerneas, which is kind of surprising. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. And I started with my Porygon 2 and my Dialga to get the Trick Room up, and to see if my opponent went out with his Groudon or with the Xerneas to get some damage off. And so he leads off with his Kangaskhan and his Talonflame, and I thought that was a pretty decent lead. He's going to get the Fake Out and the Tailwind up, but he actually goes for a double switch here. So what I sent out was not what he was expecting whatsoever, it seems like. He might have been expecting the Venusaur at the beginning, I'm not exactly sure. But he's going to switch out the Talonflame for the Groudon, and his Kangaskhan is going to be switched out for the Smeargle. So whatever I sent out was not what he was expecting at all. So good positioning for me, because that was just a free turn for me to get off some damage and to set up my Trick Room. And I went for the Protect because I was expecting like a Brave Bird or a Fake Out. So I was just saying, I'm not going to take the damage. So pretty much that just set up my Trick Room. So, and looking in this position, I think I'm in pretty good position. His Smear also carries Fake Out, which is not going to do absolutely anything to my Dialga. And I go for the Ice Beam on the Smeargle because I knew it's holding the Focus Sash. So wanted to get that out of the way, and he goes for the Eruption, which is going to hurt a lot, dealing about 70-80% to each of my Pokemon. And his Smeargle is going to go for Follow Me. This was a rather interesting play because, I mean, I don't know if his Smeargle was expecting to take 2 hits from my Pokemon. It must be a completely support Smeargle, I don't know. But so I'm usually going to take it out with the Ice Beam, and I'm going to go for the Earth Power right here to take away some health. And you see it's going to do a great chunk, 90-95%, and the Special Defense Trap, which doesn't do anything. But now he goes for an Eruption, and we are going to see it is not going to do anything. So that's one of the reasons I don't run Eruption on my Groudon, because in those kind of positions, Groudon is useless. So here he's going to switch out his Groudon back into the Talonflame. Not exactly sure. He probably should just let it go down and get the free. Well, Earth Power, also true. Maybe he was expecting the Earth Power. But here we're going to see the Mega Evolution from the Kangaskhan, and we're going to see the Fake Out. So that's one. And so obvious play, he's going to Fake Out the Porygon 2, but he's not going to take it out. Barely survive at 3 HP. Great on my part. And I go for the Draco Meteor here on the Kangaskhan, because like I said, I was on that Groudon, I was practically dead. It wasn't going to be able to do anything. So I do good amount of damage, good 65-70%. And here he goes for the Sucker Punch. I was expecting him to target the Porygon 2. So I went for Recover, but he went for that. And then here we're going to see a Brave Bird onto the Porygon 2. So here I was kind of expecting that. I was like, well, I guess I can let both my Pokemon go down to get 2 free switch-ins instead of having to switch. Because I do have my Venusaur, and the Talonflame will wreck my Venusaur, Mega or not. So, and here we're going to see the Twisted Dimensions go back to normal. But here I also have my Venusaur with Chlorophyll and the Sun. So I'm thinking, okay, if I take down the Talonflame, I win. because the Talonflame can wreck the Venusaur with the Brave Bird, but nothing, and his Kangaskhan and his Groudon are at very, very low HP. And my Groudon, just so you guys know, carries Rock Slide. So if Rock Slide connects, goodbye Talonflame. So here I go for the Protect, and I'm like, okay, I'm just crossing the fingers. Sometimes I have bad luck with the Rock Slide. And goes for the predictable Brave Bird, we're going to see a Sucker Punch. So he was really wanting to take that out. And we're going to see Rock Slide connects on both Pokemon. So that's pretty much it for my opponent. Good game. He has 2 Pokemon in red. So, and I didn't, as you guys see, I didn't evolve my Venusaur because now it has the boosted speed. So it can outspeed if necessary. And there my opponent forfeits, which is fine. But I really like this team in the Big 6 matchup because I built it specifically for that. So I've done well against the Big 6 teams, trying to work out some kinks. But one thing I have seen though is these 4 Pokemon I bring to almost every battle. So I'm trying to figure out what else I can have, because I also have a Cresselia and a Sylveon on my team, but I feel like I never use them. So I'm trying to think of some other options to put in so I could bring more Pokemon to be able to win those matchups that I lose. See what I'm losing up against and find out, okay, what can I put on to be able to put in to win these matchups. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to have a battle against me, if you got any suggestions, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments. But see you guys next time.